What's going on, sci-fi fans? My name is Ben and welcome back to another episode of Sci-Fi Wednesdays. We are back on our Star Destroyer 1/4000th scale by Revell, and today I'm going to go ahead and push forward and get this thing finished. Now, briefly off camera, I overcoated everything with a blend coat of super thin light gray, and then I overcoated it again with Future, so we are ready for weathering. And what better product to use, in my opinion, than some Tamiya Panelline Accent. Now, there's a lot of panel lines all over this kit. I've got my MIG enamel thinner, so we are ready to go ahead and start applying the accent. Now, normally what you would do to apply this is simply just dip the brush that it comes equipped with right down into that fluid and then just draw it along the panels. That works really well for small applications. This is a giant model, well, at least bigger than what I normally would use this stuff on. It works well. It honestly does settle right into those recesses very well, pops all that detail. Once this is dry, I can wipe it down and it should blend everything together nicely. So I think this is a really good product to use. Now though, to make my life a little bit easier, I've decided to go ahead and use my own brush. And instead of just going painstakingly along every single panel line, we're just going to go ahead and treat this Paneline Accent as a bit of a sludge wash. We're going to overcoat the entire model with it. At least that's the plan. I thought first though we would try it here in the hangar bay just to kind of see what it would do. Once we have enough of it here spread around the hangar bay, let's grab my Q-tip and I'm going to start blotting and wiping off all the excess. Because these are so prominently raised, all the detail in here, I'm going to shred this cotton swab pretty quickly. But again, it's working. It's pulling up any excess, it's taking care and kind of blotting up the larger pools of it that happened in the corners. Want to make sure that we spread everything out, blend it all together, and I think we'll have a really nice appearance. So it looks like it works just fine. My gloss coat protected the paint below, so we are good to go. Let's go ahead and dive into a time lapse, grab this brush, and we're going to start on the very tip of the Star Destroyer and just coat the entire thing with Tamiya Panelline Accent. So let's go ahead and see if this works. We're going to overcoat the entire model kit, and then once it's dry, we'll wipe it down with some MIG enamel thinner, and hopefully that should pop all the detail and then also tint everything down a little darker. So let's go ahead and get this done, guys, and see what we can do. right, everybody. So I would say that that was a success. The Paneline Accent wash made every single Paneline pop like you wouldn't believe. It looks pretty cool. Plus, it gave it a little bit of a dingy, grimy look, and it kind of tinted everything down a little bit towards the blue side of the spectrum. So I'm just going to take some Q-tips. We're going to go over different areas and make sure we have everything wiped down, make sure there's no puddles of anything sitting around there. And I think we'll be really ready to go ahead and move forward, get the guns on, cover everything with a flat coat, and then pop in those clear parts, and we should be good to go. We will have to make up a base though. So let's go ahead and jump back into a time lapse. Let's finish off painting up the guns. Let's install the guns. We're going to airbrush everything with a nice flat coat and also install the clear parts. And then we're going to get a base set up. And well, fingers crossed, we'll be back with a finished 1/4000 scale Revell Star Destroyer. Let's keep going. Get this thing done. Just a real quick word here on the base. I actually stole this from another kit. This is actually the base for the Enterprise C model by Polar Lights. Now I have another plan for the Enterprise C when I go ahead and I build that. I have another base, so it's not really that big of a deal, but I think this is going to look really neat as a base for the Star Destroyer. So let's go ahead and install this and see how it turns out. And for the final reveal, let me go ahead and show you the 1/4000 scale Revell Build and Play Series Imperial Star Destroyer. What a fun little model, guys. Honestly, I had so much fun building this. It was super simple. The parts went together beautifully. So I approve. It was a great purchase. I think I paid like $35 for it. So not bad for the price you pay. Well worth it for sure. I would have preferred it come with a stand though, but I sourced one out of my Enterprise kit. Not a big deal. I think this looks pretty decent. Now let's go ahead and check out the sounds though. Now I haven't heard these yet, so I'm kind of curious on what these sound like. Let's remove that pull tab and we'll find the button. Let's go ahead and click that and see what it sounds like. Okay, I mean, nothing too crazy, to be honest. It does sound a little bit like a toy, but that's okay. The real focus of this build was just to see if I could paint a Star Destroyer, and I think I did okay. You know, I had a fun time doing it. Now, that Paneline Accent wash really made every single Paneline pop. It tinted everything down a little bit more towards the bluer shade of the spectrum, and I really think that that acts well with the overall look of the kit. Plus, with all the detail, this thing actually has quite a bit of detail. Look at the back engine array right here, with the thrusters and the main engines. There's a lot of detail back here. A little bit of Paneline Accent here and there really makes all that detail pop, and it really stands out. So that is beautiful. Now, a couple of areas could have been improved upon, such as, you know, the shield generators up there at the top of the bridge, and then the hangar bay could have been a little bit deeper, but honestly, this is a really nice little kit. When I went ahead and installed the base, I just drilled a hole right on through that dome in the bottom of the Star Destroyer. It may not be the most beautiful installation, but it works, and it seems to be pretty stable. So I like that. Now on the underside of the Star Destroyer, we went ahead and we overcoated everything with that Paneline Accent wash, wiped it down. I like it. I think it looks pretty neat. Now I did a lot of work there, folded in those legs, made sure that that was nicely tapered in, rescribed so we don't have the display legs. We've got the button, of course, here. We have the battery pack, we have the speaker. But that wraps up this series, guys. We are done with our Star Destroyer, and I got to tell you, if you guys can find one of these and you're interested in just kind of building something quick, easy, right to the point, check out the Revell Build and Play Series Imperial Star Destroyer. But anyway, guys, I have so much enjoyed coming back here on the Sci-Fi Bench. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up, but we have another project in mind that I'm going to be dropping here probably next week. Hope you guys stick around for that one, and until then, you know the drill. Go out there, get yourself some bench time, have some fun, build something cool, and we'll see you back here on the next episode of Sci-Fi Wednesdays. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you soon.